Hello, this is a lesson on graphs. We are actually going to look at how we interpret graphs. So here you are given a scenario. People want to travel somewhere. These are private transport like Uber, things like that. So here, this is a quotation from SIPO. SIPO quotes them that you're going to pay 20 Rand upfront, and then for every 5 kilometers, you're going to pay 5 Rand extra from the 20 Rand. And then quotation 2 is from Thomas. Thomas quotes them that you're going to pay 32 Rand upfront, and then for every 3 kilometers that you travel, you're going to pay 3 Rand. For every kilometer, you pay 3 Rand. So let's look at the graph. When you look at this graph, when a graph is written, what is written in the horizontal, the x-axis, is the independent variable, is what will affect the dependent. This one, the vertical one, the y-axis one, is the dependent variable. It depends on this one. In this example that we are using, distance, as you travel, if you travel 10 kilometers, it will affect the cost. That's why this one is called the independent one, and this one is called the dependent. It depends on how much you travel. Okay, now let's look at the graph. You see this graph, the A1, it started at 20. It means that they paid 20 rands up front, and then they pay along as they've traveled. This one, they've paid 32 rand up front, and then they paid along as they traveled. If they started not paying, the graph would start here. It's 0 and 0. Okay, let's look at the questions. Okay, the first question: which graph, A or B, represent SIPO's quote? A started 20, B started 32. SIPO quoted them 20 rand up front. So it means the correct answer is A. Why do we choose A? Because he quoted them 20 rand up front and the graph starts at 20. Okay, let's look at the next question. Let C be the cost in rands and K represent the distance traveled in kilometers. Write the equation of to represent graph A. Okay, this is our number 2A. Graph A is represented, they say we're representing the cost, and the cost, they say it must be C. C is our cost. What is our cost? It's 20 rand up front plus how much do we pay for every kilometer? 5 rand for every kilometer. 5 multiplied by every kilometer. They said kilometer will represent by K. So it means you're gonna multiply. If it traveled 10 kilometers, it will be 10 times 5 plus the 20 rand. B. C is the cost. He paid 32 rand up front. And then how much for every kilometer? 3 rands kilometer. So it's 3 rand per kilometer. So that's how you write the equation. Okay, the third question, they say use the graph to estimate after how many kilometers SIPO's and Thomas Texas quotes will be the same. When you're using the graph, when it's the same is where the graph intersect, is where the graphs cross. So that's there. So you need to know how many kilometers. So it means you take your ruler and go to the kilometer side like that. That's why they say estimate. You can't be sure. So I think it's about 6 kilometers. So my answer in 3, say 6 kilometers. And then the question continues and say, and check your answer algebraically. Algebraical, they mean use your maths to check your answer. So here it means the two are equal. They both 6 kilometers. So we're going to use these equations and equate them because they're equal. We'll say 20 plus 5k is equals to 32 plus 3k. Then we keep like terms together. I'm gonna take the 3k to the 5k minus 3k, and then the 32 minus 20. Then this will be 2k is equals to, what is 32 minus 20? It's 12. Then you divide by 2, then your k is 6. This is doing it algebraically. You actually gonna get the same answer. So after 6 kilometers, they will be equal. This is not a height section. You just need to practice. Thank you for watching. Please and subscribe.